Silksong is a game that has been waited for by everyone and their mother for years, and when it finally released, what could I do but journey through the lands of Pharloom, fight its incredible bosses, jam to its music, and make new bug friends? I've never been so hyped for a game as I was for this one, and let me tell you, it absolutely went above and beyond. Hello again, I'm Azest, and this is Silksong. They see your beauty, so frail and fine. They see your peace, woven of faith and toil. They forget your heart, bound in slumber and servitude. When you wake, they shall see your truth, a beast's nature, bare to all. From Pharloom's Folly, by the conductor Romano. Sick name. Oh, dude, what happened? Oh my gosh. Oh, who hit me? I knew I shouldn't have tried driving after 14 beer towers. Oh, hey, it's my keys. I mean, my needle. Oh, nice, you can heal. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna leave and go find my way home. Okay, can we still jump? Guess we can. Also, good to see our needle can still cut things, even though that's not what a needle is meant to do in the slightest. It's meant to pierce things. 0 out of 10 game. Moss Grotto, the first area of the game. Oh, it's good to be back, boys. I can feel it, the urge to explore every corner of the map and to kill everything in my way. Like that guy I just killed for no real reason. And here you can see me enjoying the fact the ground moves underneath me whenever I stand on it, which is honestly such a small little detail, but it immediately told me that Team Cherry was not messing around, and those many years had clearly been on Silksong, not just gambling or whatever. And speaking as someone who's already played the entire game, sorry to break the fourth wall a little bit, I know, I was acting like I was in the moment, but no, this is all scripted. Yeah, I know, it's like when you discovered Santa Claus wasn't real, which I actually did a few days ago at age 19. Anyways, I don't know if it's just because it's been a while since I've played Hollow Knight, but the attention to detail felt so much better in Silksong than in Hollow Knight. It was already great in Hollow Knight, but in Silksong, it's amazing. Back to the game though, I figured out how to bind, which is the healing mechanic. Like Hollow Knight, it takes up a resource you gain by stabbing enemies, but here it's Silk. Unlike Hollow Knight, I heal 3 masks at a time, which is awesome. Hollow Knight's healing mechanic was always kind of tedious. I found this mossberry thing, but I don't know what it is yet. I'm sure it won't come up later. Oh, dude, my head! Oh man, does anyone have a little water? I've always been told it helps with headaches, but it genuinely never does. It's useless. It's never helped. Please, man, can I get an aspirin or something? My head feels like a wild jungle cat's punching bag that has catnip inside. Is this how I die? Like a loose? Oh, I'm good. I don't know what that was, but I'm gonna heal. Healing feels like a wise move. The hell? Is that a door? Hey! Hey, let me in! I know you're home! Let me in! I just want to know how many people are living here. Yeah, that's right. I'm the census. Still no idea how a needle is cutting anything. What? Oh, I thought I healed it. I need to lie down, man. I'm tired. Oh, 1 second, guys. Yeah, David, I can't make it today. My head feels like it's being excavated by gnomes with anger issues. I think I'm gonna die. Wait, no, I'm good. Well, I'm still not coming to the thing, David. I'm playing Silksong. Hey, screw you. Hey, you don't know me. You don't know anything about me, you bastard. I'm leaving to go roleplay as a bug. Sorry you had to hear that. Oh yeah, this is a boss room. I've never seen anything more clearly a boss room in my entire life. Wakey, eggs and bakey, we got a video to get through, big man. Moss mother, all right, time to kill a parent. This whole fight was pretty much shaking off the rust for me. It's been a while since I've played Hollow Knight, so I had to get back into the groove. Something that was also abundantly clear was that Christopher Larkin still got it. And by it, I mean he once again went crazy with the music. Just listen to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm still holding my breath to see if I can use it in my videos or not, and I'm praying I can. But with the boss, no matter how rusty I was, it was ultimately a rather trivial fight. Dang, dude. Sucks to be you. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. After probably orphaning a bunch of caterpillars, I'm going to simply leave. Oh, damn it, my head! You know what? Actually, screw this place. Oh, hey, I'm completely fine. Alright, well, I should probably try and progress the game, so let's go back. Ah, my head! There's only so many jokes one can make about one's head hurting. Maybe if I jump, it'll shake my head around and all the bad stuff will go to one side, so just half of my brain will hurt. Oh, goodness gracious. What the? Who is that? Oh, square up, man. I'll beat your ass, even if you... beat you... Where'd you go? I'll beat you... Uh, 5 more minutes. Go away. 5 more minutes. I said 5 more minutes! It turns out this lady wasn't going to square up with me. She just tended to this chapel. She assumed I was a pilgrim, not sure what that means in this context quite yet. But I told her I was kidnapped by some weird bugs in veils. The chapel lady told me that those were bugs of the Citadel, clad in veils as part of their faith. And so I gotta go to the Citadel to figure out why they kidnapped me and prevent them from doing so again. However, the lady leaves me with one final warning, that the roads to the Citadel are cursed. They are wild and dangerous, and those that journey to the Citadel never return. However, I am a lot cooler than them, so I'm sure I'll survive. And with that, I got my first objective, the one Act 1 and this video in general is based around, ascending through the lands of Pharloom and reaching the Great Citadel. And to take that first step, I go out and begin my pilgrimage, and damn was that a bright light. And I'd like us to just appreciate how beautiful this game is already. I don't know what those things that flew were, the bug equivalent of birds I guess, but it did really add to the atmosphere. This being the first beat of the journey feels very nice, and it is an interesting contrast to Hollow Knight's beginning in a cold, empty stone world. And if you look, oh hey, a hole. Oh, what's down it? Okay, I'm falling, and I'll hit the bottom and die and be forgotten by everyone who ever loved me. Oh hey, a shiny thing. Frayed rosary string, I don't know what that is. And yep, that's the start of the game, right there. Let's go back up. Alright, I'm back, and I'm not going in the hole. I am instead arriving in Bone Bottom, the first town. Oh hey there, little funny guy, you're the guy in the thumbnail. This charming little man asks me if I'm a fellow pilgrim about to start my journey to the top. I'm not, but I am journeying. To which he says, "No matter, we're still walking the same road, even though most of us will beef it before we get to the end. Anyways, wanna stop and chill?" I honestly love this little guy so much. Also, I like how this first section of the game centers around a pilgrimage to the top that so many others have taken. It's just an interesting idea that adds so much to the game and gives everyone a good reason to be there. They've built a culture around going up to the top, and doing so by their faith alone. Even the main currency, rosaries, are small symbols of faith. I do wonder where all these bugs come from. That is something I'm very interested in, and hope Team Cherry explores further. That is, the lands between the kingdoms. How does a bug from Hollow Nest get to Pharloom? Do they have maps of the entire world? How many kingdoms are there, and what kind of small little towns lay in between? It's a very interesting question, and in a world as rich as this one, what with the higher beings, the void, those who worship both, the god home, whatever lifeblood is, and all other things that span across the entire world, I think exploring that question would be a world of fun. But ignoring that, let's go on a pilgrimage. Ah, Who sings that melody that wafts through the air, sweet as pudding's festivities? That would be Sherma, a fellow pilgrim trying to get past this door by utilizing the power of song. He believes if he believes strong enough, the gate will move. I didn't really like this guy at first, but I came to love him for his whimsy. The world could always use some more whimsy. I adventured above Sherma, fighting these little guys that had skulls for hats, before falling down here. This is the first of what I will call trial rooms. These appeared a few times in Hollow Knight, but they are much more abundant here. The basic idea of a trial room is that they want something challenging, but they don't want a whole new boss. The solution? Just throw a bunch of enemies at the player in waves. I know a good amount of people don't like these, and that's fair, but I think they're great. Would I prefer just a big guy I can hit? Yes. Would that make the game have way too many bosses and make bosses feel tired and repetitive? Also yes. So I think these are pretty cool. And after defeating the last enemy, your way is cleared and you can move on. Down from the trial room, I find I am behind the door Sherma was trying to open, so I hit the lever and clear the way for him. Any second now. Any second now. Any second. Oh, there we go. Also, Sharma thinks the gate heard his song and that's why it opened, and who am I to say different? And I find some rosaries, the money I was talking about earlier, on a string. These are all throughout Pharloom, showing that pilgrims have been here before. Nice little detail for you there. Past that, I come upon a thingy that tells me to insert 30 rosaries. I tried doing it, but I couldn't figure out which button was accept, and I kept hitting the deny button and thinking I just couldn't use this machine yet. But don't worry, I figured that one out like 3 hours later into my playthrough. I'm very smart. Back in Bone Bottom, I find this fearful fellow next to a pit full of bells. They tell me there are rumors that these bells run in veins all throughout Pharloom, and coupled with Hornet's suggestion that the pit looks like something used for travel, I believe we may just have a fast travel location on our hands. But I can't use it yet. Past the unusable bench, I get to the Marrow. Now that is a badass name. Moss Grotto could never. Also, there's fully just a lake of lava. Don't question it, just move on, I guess. Above the literal lake of lava is a sign with a furry thing on it. Wonder what that's about. And following it, I find a caravan of fleas. I guess that's what that was about. The caravan was chilling here for a little while before eventually moving on, but in the meantime they invited me to stay here. I love these guys, they were insanely jubilant. Continuing past the jubilant fleas, I hear singing? Sherma, is that you? Sherma? Sherma! Oh crap, don't come any closer, I have a needle that can cut things! Wait, no, she's chill. This was actually Chakra, and she's my best friend across the entire game. She was attacked by some pilgrims and she beat the hell out of them and killed them in response. Fair enough. But apparently the strange curse the chapel lady told me of mainly affected the pilgrims themselves, making them violent and attacking any other non-cursed people. Besides that, Chakra was also the resident map seller of Pharloom. Nice to see someone continuing Cornifer's legacy. Unfortunately, I still don't know the accept button, so I can't buy these. And besides that, Chakra tells me she is here because she is looking for her old master and parental figure. Hope that goes well for you, buddy. I go up for my bestie and see the sign, but I don't care, so I go the other way. And I arrived at Moss Home. The big title version of it doesn't show up, so I guess I've been here before. I sure as hell don't remember it, though. Maybe the Moss Grotto counts as part of Moss Home? I don't know. Anyways, it's here that I actually see and fight the pilgrims Chakra talked about for the first time. And yes, they are indeed trying to kill me, but unfortunately for them, I'm sick as hell, so they can't. Oh, it was a trap. I didn't even try to avoid that, I just walked. They gotta up their trapping game, man. Maybe get some skulk sensors in here or something? I don't know, like, this isn't baby hour, come on. Hey! Hey, who's over there? Hey! What is this? Why do you have regenerating silk blocking the way, you bastard? I can hear you laughing. I know you're home. I'm leaving.
Daughter of a distant land, we who remained here have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom.
Yeah, I'll bind. Yeah! I kind of hit that, honestly. That was awesome. Where'd everything go? Oh, the silk spear. Throw needle forward to attack enemy. Silk will be expended. Huh, my first, thing. Attack. Special attack. Neutral B. Yeah, oh, those caterpillars don't stand a chance now. I don't have silk, damn it. Wait a second, if I just... Yeah, baby, it's all coming together. Let me in! I'm coming in and you can't stop me with all the combined might of every government ever! Ooh, a bench. I will rest here. In this little cave lives the Moss Druid, an eccentric alchemist or something along those lines. I chat with her for a while. She doesn't have any shocking secrets, but she does give me my first wish. Wishes are essentially just side quests. Little things like go kill some specific bugs and get their resources so we can make a hat, or go find my little brother Jimmy, or go underneath this video and hit the red button. There are a ton of wishes in this game, so many more than in Hollow Knight, which I love. This wish in particular is for me to go get some moss berries, that thing I found at the beginning, remember, and give them to her. I can do that. With my hard-earned rosaries, I buy a magnetite brooch in Bone Bottom, and here is the loadout menu. You can see I can put in various tools into my slots, as well as a central skill into the center. Each item you get falls into a different category. Red, weapons, stuff you kill people with. Blue, stuff to help you in combat generally. And yellow, stuff to help with navigation and moving around and all the boring stuff that isn't murder. Speaking of murder, I murder this bug who had a mossberry, the thing I want for the wish, before finally figuring out the accept button. Alright, ooh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ooh, I'm excited. It's a bench. Well, that was underwhelming. After all that waiting, it was a bench. A good rock could serve as a bench. Remember that slime from earlier? Yeah, me neither, but I follow it and find what seems to be a big roly-poly. Or an isopod if you're a loser. And I, with my brand new spear skill, slice through the threads binding my guy. So are we like cool now, or what's up? You yelled at me, so I'm not sure. Okay, we are not cool. Let's kill each other now. Shame I gotta kill you in the bell pit. I don't know why, but I love the aesthetic of just a ton of bells everywhere. It's weird, and I can't express how much I love it. Too bad. Let's get this over with. Did that just do 2 masks of damage to me? If you don't know why that's significant, most enemies only do 1 per hit, and in Hollow Knight there were like 10 enemies out of 164 that did double mask damage, and 9 of them were bosses. But here they throw a guy that can do that within like 2 hours of the game? Yeah, this does not bode well. And it does not go well because I beef it for the first time here in the Bell Pit. When going back where I died, I can hit my cocoon and regain my rosaries, and, more importantly, get back in the fight to kill this dumbass roly-poly. Oh, the underbelly strike! It's never been done before! And the crowd goes wild! Trumpets out, trumpets out, trumpets out! Oh, he's gone. Round 2? The hell is that? Who cares? It's mine now. Oh my gosh, it was the orb that kills you instantly. Nope. No, wait. Oh, it was the orb that sends you into a mind palace type thing. I do love Sherlock Holmes, so this is good. Also, that is definitely like a beating heart. That's concerning.
Arrived at last.
Okay, so what? I took like twice as long as everyone else to get to this point. Like, screw you, buddy.
Child Weaver.
Yeah, that's me.
Rise.
Rise! Oh, definitely. I would kill for like a biscuit and donut right now. I love Rise. Our strength. Oh crap, you're just going for it. Alright. And it's with that we've achieved our first silk heart. Now, what is that, you may ask? Well, give me a damn second, I'm getting there. Good lord, you're impatient. Silk hearts basically raise your minimum silk amount. I will always regenerate silk up to 1 notch away from empty if I am, well, empty. This is a pretty useful skill for those skills later in the game that require just a tiny bit of silk. And as I try to walk away from the bell pit, the bell beast returns for round 2. I guess they didn't hear a bell, which is weird considering how many bells are around them. That was a bad joke, but at least I tried. There was something there, but I just didn't do it very well. Anyways, the Bell Beast is actually chill with me now, and I can ride on her to travel through the Bell Veins to different areas of the world. And because Bell Beast is awkward, I will dub her Siobhan. Congratulations, Siobhan, you have a name now. And in Bone Bottom, I find this carpenter fellow has finished making a wish board. Like how the Moss Druid gave me a wish, I can take wishes from here, the idea being that the townspeople put their wishes on this board, I go do them, come back and prove I did them, and I get something cool in return. I do every wish I find in the game, but I won't show them all because, time. But I do want you to know about the Flea's wish I just promised. And little surprise that the Flea's wish was from the Flea Caravan. They say that fleas are all over Pharloom, but they should be with the caravan. However, they are trapped because times are dangerous, which is fair. And the Flea Master wants wants me to go find fleas so they can join the caravan. This is a game-wide quest, and I will not show me finding them in random nooks and crannies, because, once again, time. Oh, hey, an orange thing. Oh, Lord, it was a trap! Look out, it's gonna blow! Well, that was fun. Kind of scary, but it was fun. Ooh, what's that weird-looking thing? Wow. Craft metal? I wonder if you craft stuff with it. Besides booby traps, there are also fun pogo flower bud things in this section, and I am nothing if not a master of the pogo art, damn it. There's also this room with bells inside and a thing of rosaries. Seems nice, right? Well, I'd agree, but I don't trust this room. Having a whole room just for this is not right. And bells? Something's off here. I just don't like it. Below the suspicious bells, I find a red ant thing guarding a door, and since I'm incredibly confident, I try to fight it. It then promptly kicked my ass like I owed it money. Lesson learned, don't mess with the ant guy. I defeated this stalwart guardian and continued past him into the swirling lava and the hot forges of the deep docks. Holy crap, is that Chakra? I'd know that harmonious melody anywhere. Get the hell out of my way, you weird lava-throwing flying bastard. Where is she? Chakra! Okay, it appears I might be lost. Ever so slightly very lost. My ears don't work. I can't hear what direction the singing is coming from. Okay, well that's just not what I wanted to do. Something of note, though, is this interaction. Here you can see one of the bugs mining away at some red-hot ore. At first I thought it was just kind of cool to see them working away, made the world feel more alive, you know? But then I stopped and considered the fact that the curse made them hostile and wanted to attack me, but also they retained enough of their mind to do their jobs. They only seemed to become hostile when I showed up. With the other curse, they were chill as hell, once again suggesting at least some basic intelligence or a form of command. Some tomfoolery is going on here, I just know it. Up here, I find my first spool fragment. When I collect 2 of these, I can extend my spool. What that means practically is that I could store more silk than I could before, and considering that most of my abilities rely on having silk to hand, this is pretty darn useful. I also find another bell pit. These can be opened by paying rosaries, and they open up the way for Siobhan to get here and make fast travel here possible. I quickly stop by and chat with a little pilgrim to relax, because I love this guy, before taking a gander at a tool I just got. Tools are one of the biggest differences in loadouts between Hollow Knight and Silksong. There are a ton of different tools I can use to attack, like this one here where I just throw a little kunai or something at my enemies. These are depletable, and you repair them with shards that drop from enemies or you can find in the environment. It adds so much more flexibility to kits, and is honestly in line considering that in Hollow Knight, Hornet was using all kinds of weaponry. Back in the deep docks, I find a forge daughter working away at a forge, which does make sense. And sensing an opportunity for more refined murdering, I ask the forge daughter to help me by crafting me up some good old murder weapons. I can also buy a charm from her and a toolkit, which makes my tools more harmful and I can store more of them. And in a little outcropping, I come to a trial room filled with ants. And I have no idea why, but I love the ants so much. They're just cool. Maybe it's how they seem to be just chilling in the apocalypse, or the fact their designs are awesome, but I feel a deep fondness for the ants. But they have their own section, we aren't there right now. We're here, in front of a statue. Daughter of a distant land, we who may never reign long, by our strength yours became the future of our haunted kingdom. I'm a fast reader, what can I say? Anyways, time to get another skilled thing from my ancestors. I think that's what's going on here. The swift step, colloquially known as the dash, is now mine, and I think all that is good in this world that I got it this early because traversing the map just became 10 times faster. Also, I know I said I wouldn't show me getting fleas, but I thought I should show at least one as an example, so here you go, this is what that usually looks like. I unlock a gate and dash through it with my newfound speed and find her. Lace. She was teased a good bit in the trailer, so I was rather excited to see her at last. She did seem to be conducting some butterflies, which I loved. I love butterflies and anything related to them, but Lace tells me she has a perfect solution to my suffering. The solution being that she kills me. I don't know if death is the answer to your problems is the lesson I want people to take away from this video, so I think I'm gonna have to fight you. And so began the Lace fight. She did 2 masks of damage like Siobhan, but I got this, right? I went in feeling mildly confident, but I was humbled. Fights in Silksong were much faster paced than I had expected, and that really showed with Lace, who kept dancing around and stabbing me like I was some kind of voodoo doll and she was trying to torment someone. So I died. Again. And again. That last time, she didn't even stab me, I just walked into her. I got to a new phase where she went even faster, but not fast enough to outrun my needle. That was one of the coolest things I've ever said. But also, it kinda wasn't. I am quite curious to see what Lace was guarding, and I find that it was the far fields. Greenery is plentiful here, and so are ants. I love that. Also some explosions. And updrafts, you'll see. But come on, look at this ant guy. He's sick as hell. I love it when there's a species of bugs, similar looking bugs, but with different fighting styles and tactics. And that's something the ants do very well. There are a ton of different types, but they are all still recognizable as ants. Speaking of recognizing, I recognize I completely forgot to do that wish for the moss druid, so I grab a mossberry and talk to them. The visions? Did you just use my berries to get high and see the future? Yeah, I got you. It took me a few hours because I forgot, but I got you. As payment, I would like a charm that gives me silk whenever I take damage, and I want it to be called the Druid's Eye. Oh, also I want it to look like a mossberry. Thanks. I'm glad you had that to hand. Going back to the far fields, I find a massive structure that seems to be making use of the updrafts from the lava to stay afloat in the air. Pretty cool, I won't lie. I do some parkour before entering the floating tent-like thing. Inside was a bench, which I gladly popped down on, and the seamstress. She somehow immediately clocked that I was being hunted by the Citadel. She bears no great love for the Citadel herself, so she offers to upgrade my cloak for me if I gather the materials. And who doesn't love an upgrade? Certainly not me, so I promise to get the flexile spines. I run out and do that before handing them over. Luckily, I was not conned, and the seamstress makes good on her word by upgrading my cloak in a cool little animation. Silksong has more animations than a Hollow Knight, and I really appreciate that. The more cutscenes, the more happy I am. But in regards to the cloak itself, the upgrade she gave me allows me to gently float to the ground, and also to ride the updrafts that are all around the far fields and Pharloom in general. But before I run off to test my cloak, the seamstress asks me if I know why I'm being hunted by the Citadel. I tell her that I believe it is because of the silk I can generate in my shell, to which she agrees, telling me that it is a rare skill that the weavers once had, but they are now long dead. And I respond that there is someone else in this kingdom that can also weave silk, and that they are the ones who ensnare the pilgrims and make them attack me. The curse on the pilgrimage is actually someone who can use silk, controlling bugs and making them attack me for my silk. I definitely knew all that, and I was on the same page as everyone else, and I didn't learn anything because I already knew it. Anyways, the cloak works as advertised, which is good. I was going back when... The hell? Oh, I'm gonna heal. This bodes badly. The fourth chorus has awoken, and it wants me dead. I'm kinda tempted to allow it to kill me because the design is amazing. There's a very consistent steamwork/clockwork theme in this game, which I am a big fan of. I love me some gears and nonsensical machinery. Also, the music is once again amazing. And in general, this was just a fun fight. Not really challenging, but it was fun. Now I'm gonna shut up and let you enjoy the fight. Oh no, his special move! A scream that lowers my resolution! Okay, I know I said I'd shut up, but I wanted to address it, and I thought it was kind of funny, and I'm sorry. Now that I'm actually looking for it, I can see the silk rushing out of the boss as soon as I defeat it. I also think it's of note that the silk user in the Citadel is able to control people, and also robots, suggesting the robots have some form of sentience, concerning and interesting little morsel of information there. In the far fields, there are a couple things I have to explode to release the updrafts that somehow magically appear from the ground. Like, I kinda understood with the lava, because heat rising or whatever, but that's just the ground. I don't know, I just explode things and ride updrafts. And after some of that, I follow this bench sign, I could use the rest, and find my old friend Sherma. Honestly, I am so happy to see you, my man. I need some whimsy in my life. Sherma mentions the moor is above us, which I think I'm going to next. Another thing I love about Silksong is there are a lot of repeat characters. I feel like I'm making a pilgrimage with other people. I'm going alone, but I can always count on seeing a familiar face in Chakra or Sherma, and I am always delighted to see them. But the horrors of capitalism have stricken even Pharloom, and I find myself having to pay to use a bench and talk to a vendor. Let me say that again. I have to pay money to talk to a vendor, to even look at his stock. I have to pay money to consider buying something. I have to pay money. But it's time to answer the question you're all asking. How do you upgrade your loadout? Well, let me tell you. Memory lockets. Memory lockets are one of those things you can just find laying around in secret rooms, and their use is to open up an available slot so you can have more tools equipped. Not sure how that works in the world of Silksong, and maybe there are instructions on the locket detailing how to wear two things at once on your belt. Leaving the capitalist hellhole and Sherma, I spend some more time going up updrafts before finding the mother of all explodey things. So, obviously I explode it. And I ride that updraft all the way into Greymore. Had to have a dramatic pause so the timing worked. Anyways, yes, this is Greymore. It certainly lives up to its name. It is sad and grey and depressing. So, if you've ever been to London, you probably have a pretty good idea on what this area is like. I find my bestie Chakra, who warns me there are some scary flying enemies in this area. I will take heed of that. Also, I buy some maps from her. Capitalism is okay when it's Chakra. It turns out the enemies she warned me of were just birds. Some of them were bipedal and could use weapons, but they were still just birds. And I've killed birds before. I hit one with my car, and I was on my way to my drama, and I hit one with my car, and then I had to drive all the way back home to try to nurse the bird back to health, and it didn't work, and it just died, and I buried it in the backyard. I buried it in some furs, and I didn't go to drama because I felt really bad. It was a traumatic day. Anyways, continuing onwards, I find the halfway home to Kriege the bartender. I love this guy. He lives in the most depressing place ever, and he decides to make a cozy little tavern. He can even serve you drinks. In his attic is New, and she tasks you with finding and cataloging bugs across Pharloom. And to help, she gives you the Hunter's Journal, a journal where you can see all the bugs you've come across, and it gives little comments about them which reveal cool stuff. Apparently, Hornet wanted wings growing up. I still want wings, that's fair. What the... Did y'all see that? I'm asking because I barely did. I have no idea what that was. I think it was foreshadowing, but I don't know because I didn't see it. Weird flying thing aside, I open a bellway for Siobhan, make a donation to Bone Bottom, and begin to track down a beast. I really like these types of wishes. I'm told to track something and I have to do so by smelling stuff they left and following the trail to the next thing they left. It makes me feel cool and smart. It eventually leads me to this explodey guy hidden in the ceiling. And did he kick my ass? Maybe. I don't want to talk about it, okay? With my dash, I get revenge on that ant guy from a while ago, before getting past him and entering Hunter's March, otherwise known as that place all the ants are. I do a trial room with the ants. Apparently they're actually called scars, but that's dumb. I'm calling them the ants. And to no one's surprise, I find Chakra doodling away, so I buy her map. I knew it! I knew it! I predicted it! I'm doing it again just to prove I knew it! In every timeline, everywhere, I knew that was gonna happen! You can't get nothing past me! I stop by Bone Bottom again to chat to Little Pilgrim here, and let me rant about this for a second. I love that I can help build up Bone Bottom. One of my favorite things about Hollow Knight was saving people and seeing them show up in the starting village, and this is that, but better. I love seeing a place get better and more vibrant because of me and my direct impact. I feel like I'm actually doing something. It's an amazing feeling. And the entire pilgrimage aspect of this game is also incredible. It builds this sense of community, the fact we're all in this together. Whenever you talk to a bug in a town, they talk about the pilgrimage and how they feel about it and their journey on it. And couple that with how they are free from the Silk Curse unlike their fellows, it makes me feel more like it's us against them instead of me against everyone, which is great. I hate feeling lonely. Alright, enough of that. Back in Greymore, I find this fellow with big scissors. Little known fact about me, but I love people who use big scissors as weapons. Very specific genre of person, but I love it. Oh, Lord. Scared the living daylights out of me. Gahmon here is a traveling knight, and he's great. Kinda prideful, but he's great. He's one of those reoccurring characters I mentioned a bit ago. He just sometimes shows up, sprouts off some stuff about how he has to protect people from the enemies, and rides off to go fight more cursed bugs. It's great. You never know when you're gonna see this guy. And just past Gahmon... Oh, I think this is that bird that flew off earlier.
My favorite thing about Hollow Knight was the bosses, so I was really excited to see some killer bosses coming out of this game. Fighting a boss and learning its moves is unbelievably fun for me, so let's see how I do against this one. Okay, it's been like 7 years since Hollow Knight, give me a break, I'm rusty. Anyways, Cajon is here and he offers to help me fight the thing, which is really cool. I like that the game has a little mechanic to help you out if you need help. It didn't do it a singular other time in the game from what I saw, but I like this. Nevertheless, let's go into this cult place. Like, it actually looks like such a cult. Chapel of the Reaper. Yeah, definitely a cult. In no world is this not a cult. I do a quick trial room before finding a dead body and stabbing it. I don't know what I'm doing to it, but I'm binding something to myself right now. Give it to me! I want it! I want it! And with that, we get the first of our crests. Crests are fighting styles you can use in the game, and it completely changes combat for Hornet. I really like this. It gives infinitely more flexibility and options to a game that already had a lot of those with charms, or whatever they're called in Silksong. The Reaper Crest specifically changes your blows to make them slower, heavier, and more powerful. Also, you get more powerful after you heal. And as cool as crests are, I actually never really used them, only sticking to the one they gave me at the beginning of the game, the Hunter. And with the Reaper's Crest, I locked in and killed the Morwing. Yeah, screw you. Yeah, screw you, you bastard. Oh, right into the water he goes. Well, that sucks. For him. Alright, I'm gonna go into whatever it was guarding now. Oh lord, that is a lot of bells. I did say I like the bells, so I guess I should be happy about this. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that. I am happy about this. I love this. Welcome to Cinnamon, welcome to Host about Whip me to show their strength and you can. Yeah, sure, man. What the shit? Javon, please take me anywhere but here. This place is haunted as hell. They are literally strung up. It's scary here. Genuinely, this is eerie. Just seeing so many bugs like trapped and hung in the air. This is kind of sick. Alright, screw this place. I'm leaving forever. Am I back in the moss place? Oh, nope. I'm in Shutwood. This is what the ant inside the rotten log sees. Wow, I sure am glad to be doing this totally normal trial room. Oh crap, it's a twig with frickin' blades! Run for your life! Oh, a little bit of an elevator. It's not gonna trap me, is it? Nah, it's chill. Okay, it trapped me. Guys, I do only have one mask, so if this opens up to like 5 guys, I'm gonna die. Aw, dude, but I would kill for some 5 guys right now. Just give me those burgers and fries. If you can't tell, I was hungry while I was scripting this video. Oh yeah, the game. I opened a door or whatever. Crossing a big gap, I go into here and find the Wormways. Yeah, no thanks. I'm leaving. Another little known fact about me is that I hate worms. They're wriggly and gross and weird. You ever see those like 5-foot long ones that live in beaches? Those things keep me up in the dead of night. Also, down the big gap just leads to Bone Bottom again. Oh, that's why it's called Bone Bottom. Inside this root-looking room in Shellwood, I find a very not suspicious person called Greyroot. I'm quite certain they aren't a bug like the rest of Pharloom, because I have no idea what I'm looking at here. But I still promise to get some flowers for them. Like this one. Bap. I can't find the other one, so I take a break to fight the bourgeoisie. Bap. Whoa, 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 calm down there, Buster. Well, I'm trapped, and that suggests one thing. Oh, I was gonna say a puzzle, but I guess a boss works too. Yep, I was ambushed by Sister Splinter, who I think is one of those twigs from earlier, but big. And she had hair. Who knows how she got it. And with her luscious locks, she murdered me. After getting my ass kicked by a branch, I talked to Fleamaster Mushka to alert him that I had gathered enough fleas, fulfilling his wish. He says there are still more fleas to be found, but for now it is time to move on from the marrow. He offers to let me ride with them, and I agree because that sounds hype. So we packed up shop and we're off. And I was right, it was hype and really cute. I wish fleas were like this in real life, fluffy and not annoying as hell. We stopped in Greymore, where the fleas were going to remain until I found more of their number and they felt like moving on. I quickly paid to unlock a bench because capitalism before fighting Sister Splinter again. Oh crap, she's got minions. I'm gonna just let them kill me. Actually, screw this. I've had enough. This dumbass branch has done enough. It's killed me like 5 times, and I refuse to have on my resume, got his ass beat by a twig! You know what they say. All twigs get snapped eventually. Bap. Oh hey, it's another Weaver statue. And by the use of my incredible IQ, I can infer that this one will also teach me a skill.
Daughter of a distant land,
Okay, skip me, I guess. Screw you. No respect. You can't appreciate good poetry. Was that poetry? I don't think it was.
Screw you, it was.
Alright, well, I'm gonna just bind this.
Yeah, well, I gave you the cling grip.
Oh crap, a wall climb!
It's called a cling grip.
This is revolutionary! Having a wall climb changes everything!
Can you not hear me?
I'm leaving. Goodbye. Love you. Bap. I take a quick wish to hunt down a skull tyrant in Bone Bottom before going to find it. There's something messed up in this bell room, I just know it. I got back to tracking the skull tyrant, and that's probably it. We're all in agreement that this is it. Yep, this is it. No one could have seen this coming. Hiya! Yeah, this fight took like 5 minutes. It had way too much health. I like how they explode every time they die. Deposited, yay, bap. Back in Bellheart, the scary place, I make my way through these veins in the bells, which is awesome. I love it! There's so many bells, and I love the bell aesthetics too much. I have an addiction. Oh, what's down here? Yeah, screw that. I am not doing that right now. I'm leaving forever. Goodbye. Okay, fine, I'll check it out. Hey, what's up? You look suspiciously like a weaver. Yet I can't help but notice that you aren't the source of these threads. You're just guiding them. Yeah, it's me. In a nice, peaceful way? Oh, okay, guess not. But let me tell you, I liked this fight. It just felt good to do, very satisfying. I loved how the Widow made use of the millions of bells lying around, because as I just won't shut up about, I love the fact there are just a crap ton of bells. Weaving, no pun intended, in and out of the Widow's attacks made me feel awesome, and her attack pattern was varied enough so I never felt it got old or repetitive, but it wasn't too random and weird either. Fights in Silksong are much faster paced than in Hollow Knight, which is exactly my speed. Maybe I'm just too good, but I felt like I always beat the bosses too fast for my liking, and I always wanted to replay them. In Hollow Knight, there was the God Home DLC, which lets you fight any boss you fought in the game, and I am hoping and praying they do the same thing here, because even aside from the fighting itself, everything else about this fight is cool as well. The design is very simple but striking, the background is interesting without being distracting, and the music just makes my blood pump. All in all, this fight was a perfect balance of difficulty, fun, and coolness. But all good things come to an end, as do bad things, so really the saying should be all things come to an end. Which it actually might be, and I'm misremembering it. Anyways, I killed the Widow, and since she's a silk user, or something made out of silk, or something controlled by silk, or something that has something to do with silk, I could bind her to me like I bound skills from the Weaver statues. And from the Widow, I got the Neodolin. The Neodolin is my instrument, not of war or death, but an actual instrument, like a violin. I can use silk to play melodies I learned from others, and those melodies sometimes activate something in the area. Also, I'm back in the weird Dreamscape place. Still not quite sure what this is, because it isn't just my own memory palace, because there are voices directly addressing me, and I'm not crazy, just a YouTuber. I know those go hand in hand sometimes, but whatever. And I learned in this dream/not dream that I can use the Neodolin to open these Weaver doors. It's like showing an ID, but you and the bouncer can kind of groove for a second. Inside and further up, I find this... What the hell is this? Damn my eyes! Oh lord, there's a flashbang! Where'd everything go? What the... For her light, eternal, our song sustains. Well, I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna break this now. That was easy. Alright, let's actually think about that. The implication I get is that the weavers were just kind of chilling, jamming on their harps, before what I assume is the ruler of Pharloom, the one who uses the silk, came down upon them and destroyed them. Then, like, took their silk to sustain her forever? I think. Not totally sure. But with the person guiding the silk gone, Haunted Bellheart became just Bellheart. This bug here, who I think speaks for all the bugs, was very grateful and said that this is the last stop before the Citadel, which is exciting news. It seems we're drawing near the end of our pilgrimage, and it only took like an hour. For you, it took far longer for me. This is the second big town, the first being Bone Bottom, so this place has a shopkeep of its own and also a wish board. So I go and find a courier that got lost and save him as one of the wishes. Back in Bone Bottom, I donate some shards to build a bridge, but I kind of wanted to see if I could break it. I could in fact break it. I felt bad about this for the rest of the game. I didn't break any of the things the townspeople built. I don't know why I broke it in the first place. I'm a bad person. I talked to the little pilgrim again, love this guy, and they mention how I have gone so far and they haven't even started their pilgrimage. In response, I tell him to live his life for himself. Don't you know, comparison is the killer of happiness. He says it's blasphemy to say that, but he doesn't recoil at my words like he should, and wonders if he is a pilgrim or not. Be whatever you want to be, man. I'll support you either way. Dap me up, bro. That's me dapping him up. Also, I haven't been showing it, but there are so many secret nooks in Silksong. I like these because it feels more like a real world with little corners, if that makes sense. And I do get a good sense of accomplishment whenever I find a secret room all by my lonesome. However, they hide some very important things behind these. There are 3 whole areas in this game that are hidden by a single tiny little entrance. None of them are seen in this video, actually, so stay tuned for the next video, which is the rest of Silksong. I'd be fine with this if they had multiple secret entrances, but I don't want to miss an entire section with its own unique enemies, music, scenery, and lore, just because I neglected to wall jump to the top right corner, say the secret password, and hit the wall 5 times. Also, secret walls do lead to moments like this one, where I spend 5 minutes hitting solid walls and throwing myself at any surface in a room because I have a vague feeling there could be a secret. Although I don't really have a problem with this one that much, it's kind of funny. Bat. Oh hey, I got them all. The hell do you mean the time of birth for the right they must bleed? Yeah, you are not a normal bug. Something shifty is going on with you. However, I will still give them to you because I want a reward. I do feel like I'm somehow enabling you to do a dark sacrifice to a dead god to destroy the world, but honestly, that's fine with me if you give me some rosaries. But what can I say? I'm a capitalist. There isn't a force in the universe that can't be bought and sold. Damn, bro's chowing down on them. Time of rebirth? Oh yeah, this has all the marks of an eldritch abomination. Oh hell yeah, polyp pouch! Oh, it was all worth it! With my new polyp pouch, I went inside the Chapel of the Wanderer, which was nearby Bone Bottom and the Chapel Maid. I did a trial room and stabbed this random dead body to claim my prize. All of the other crests I got from chapels were like huge beasts or mystical occult rooms. This one was just a dead guy in a hole in the ground. But I got a crest all the same. The crest of the Wanderer was the polar opposite of the crest of the Reaper. The Wanderer focused on short, fast strikes, where the crest of the Reaper focused on big, hard-hitting, slow strikes. Personally, I preferred the Hunter crest, the default one, because it was a healthy mix of both. I saw this door here a while ago, and after having got the Neodolin, I figured there was a good chance I could open this door. And what do you know? I was right. And that's how I got into Weave Nest Syndril. I'm pretty sure the various weave nests across Pharloom were strongholds of the weavers. They all hold something related to them and utilize silk to make incredible technologies. Also, it's kinda in the name. This particular one wanted me to run across a lot of panels real fast to gain a tool that makes me faster. Pretty cool. I take a wish from the bartender to get him some pelts from birds, and I do that. He was going to make a big scarecrow with him, I think. And just outside the halfway home, I went up this elevator I opened up earlier to get to the top of Greymore and, I believe, a new area. In a random hole, I found Krat, a unique flea who I told to get back to the caravan. Spoiler alert, Krat's a freak. And after ascending to the tippy top of Greymore, I go through this tiny doorway and I am in Sinner's Road. Yeah, screw this place. I don't like the vibes. Alright, fine, I'll do it. This place just feels diseased and rotten. Oh, are you in a cage? Idiot in a cage. Imagine. Oh, someone outside the cage! We chill though, right? Oh, good lord, it does double mass damage! Why does everything do double mass damage? No, I have to conquer my fears. Come here, you dickhead! Oh, my fears conquered me instead! Okay, I'm just gonna walk through and not mess with a weird skunk-looking thing. Is that a guy in a cage? You good, bro? Leave me be, traveler. Better I accept this kingdom's cruelty than rage helpless against it. To waste in a cell forgotten, 'tis no worse a fate than the haunting that binds Pharloom's many fragile minds. Yeah, I'm not doing that. This guy has too cool of an accent. And it's here that we encounter the worst part of Silksong, the maggot waters. In Sinner's Road, all water has a bunch of maggots in them, and if I touch the water with 1 pixel of my little bug body, I will become infected and start to steadily lose silk. Also, if I heal, it gets rid of the effect, but I don't heal any masks. Also, it's gross as hell. I hate maggots. Why would Team Cherry do this to us? And it's not relevant to really anything, but I wanted to show me trying to get enough silk to heal while on 1 mask. I hadn't found a bench in Sinner's Road, and I really didn't want to walk all the way back. So I just kind of nervously stabbed at these weirdos until I got enough silk. This was very stressful. Oh cool, a shard bundle. Well, guess there's nothing else here. Oh, key. Oh, I know what I'm doing with this. You're free, tall bug man! Is that how locks work? I really like this guy. He has a lot of cool stuff later on in the game. So I guess you gotta stay tuned for the next episode in which I play the rest of Silksong. Good lord, that's gonna take so long to make. Give me like 3 months. I'm gonna be so real. It's gonna take a hot minute. Yo, Garmon! Always good to see you here, man. Nightly duty's going well? That's good. Hey, while I have you, don't touch the water. Just don't do it. Alright, see ya. Happy hunting. The hell? Did the weirdos just hate dream catchers? Hey, leave that alone! Yeah, man. Yeah, 2v1 me, I'm not scared. Okay, maybe I should have been scared. Oh yeah, backflip. Oh, I'm so cool. Okay, I'm at 1 mask. And of course I can't heal because of the maggot water, Team Cherry. Why? See? That's how it should be. 1 dead. Where is the other one? Oh lord, he came from the top rope! Hello? Oh, a bench. Where am I right now? What's happening? What's up, dude?
I saw you. I saw what you did. Slam you, our mistress, small associate daily, and you have sent well raged. So I can claim me on your almost a slave.
Okay, this is getting weird.
Oh no, this is strong. Claim the weak and the weak must serve. Stay here what I have built here. While you are away hunting, I will cry something, but the work takes time. Pretend to be sound and you may have.
Alright then. The thing my new servant was growing was a silk eater. Servant guy could make them every now and again if I gave him some time. The silk eater's function was allow me to break my cocoon without actually going there, letting me regain my rosaries and silk without a long hike. Very useful, very nice feature, just wish I didn't have to get it from slavery. Chakra! 1 second. Oh, no. Please. Pretty please. Bench. This place is very dangerous. I could use one. Okay. Hey, Chakra, no idea why your teacher was here. It's a hellhole. I would like a map, if only to know where the exit is. Wait, Sinner's Road isn't even remotely close to my destination. Well, I'm never getting that time back or those maggots out of my mind. Let's go to Shellwood, Siobhan. It turns out that across this big gap I fell through at the beginning cutscene of the game was where I needed to go to progress. I'm pretty sure I came here before and thought, nah, that's not it, and instead went to a place where maggots eat my silk. Good lord, I hate maggot water.
Pilgrim, accept the judgment of the rise beyond, that all who stand at Pharloom's holy crest prove pure of will and want.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty worthy right now. I'm sure it'll be fine. And that is how I came to the Blasted Steppes, home to people who judge me a lot, fierce winds, and a general beige, sad vibe. I can actually go towards the edge of the kingdom where I was brought from, and beyond it, the wild, uninhabited lands of whatever Hollow Knight's world is called. Hornet will say how she can't leave because she will continue to be pursued until she puts a stop to it, but I do like how it's there. In Hollow Knight, it felt a little weird that I was stuck in Dirtmouth, whereas in Silksong, well, I can't leave, it's nice to see that the kingdom actually, has an exit. Makes it feel more real in a way. Remember how the sign said to accept judgment? Well, these were the guys who were judging me. I get the sense they think I'm unworthy because they keep trying to kill me. There was this sign of 2 pins that intrigued me, so I left the main path to investigate. Boss room. Yep, knew it. Oh, they're in the walls. And that's how the fight with the great conch flies began. This fight was pretty trivial. They would go in and out of walls and drill across the screen, and sometimes spit projectiles. It was easy. Maybe if they added a third conchfly I'd have to try, but as it was, this is, as I said, trivial. I killed one of them, and the other one flew off to who knows where. Me, I know where, but I'm not telling you cause spoilers. But the path was clear, and I continued onwards. Also, here's an example of me getting screwed over by the wind in the blasted steppes. Eventually, I came to a structure flying in the air that bared a heavy resemblance to the seamstress's flying structure. You know, the lady that gave me my floaty skirt, that one. And inside, I found a bench, yes I will sit on it, and a sleeping bug. Waking the bug, she immediately spooked me. Goodness, that was scary. This was the pinstress, and she was living here in her hot air balloon despite the horrible weather. I could immediately tell she was a master of the pin, mainly because her name was the pinstress. And she offered to duel me right here, right now. Hey, bring it on! And by that duel, I learned the Kneel Strike. This was a wind-up move, holding down your attack button to charge up a big, powerful swing. This was pretty darn useful, I gotta say. Always good to learn a new move. Alright, see ya. Yo, Chakra, guess what? I know how to kill people even better now. Also, no, I haven't seen your master. No idea where she is. And yes, I will take a map, thank you. Alright, love you. In a secret little nook, I found a silk eater. Apparently, they could be found naturally as well as being made by weird submissive bugs. I reached the top and immediately broke these for some reason, no idea why, before going left. Leftwards was a bench I could open up and a bellway for Siobhan. I tried jamming with the opening thing with my Neodolin, but it didn't do anything different. Hey! Hey, I hear you! Who's up there? I know you're there! I don't have a double jump yet. Okay, I'll be back next episode. I met this fine fellow who had made it all the way up here. Good for him, not many make it this far. And he offered to let me gamble with him. Which, yes, I will do that. I love gambling. Luckily, I can do everything in moderation and always know when to stop gambling. And I did not spend 5 minutes hitting the same button over and over again and end up losing 30 rosaries. Wakey wakey eggs and bakey, what's up, Sherma? Yeah, Sherma was resting here by the bench, which he somehow made it to. I have no idea how he's gotten this far. There was some serious parkour, and I don't know how he managed to get all the pogos down. But it was great to see this whimsical little man. Keep at it, Sherma. And after that, I came to the end. I think, is it through here? Nah, I don't think this is it. Where is it? Wait, no, it definitely was here. I'm stupid. Oh, hey, man. Can I just break it? Nope, that didn't work. Alright, what's up?
We are so close to the end. Only this gate stands before us.
Is there a gatekeeper? I don't see a way in.
Nah, bro. Weapons blunted not. You must hit all the bells in Pharloom.
Oh, I already did that, but it's still closed.
Oh, crap, really? In that case, let's just jam for a bit and maybe the gate will open.
Oh, okay, the Sherma method. I mean, he's made it this far, so maybe there's something to it. Oh, it's working. Is that a good thing? Hi? Are you friendly? Oh, you're not friendly! Dude! Those were my bandmates! What the hell? We were gonna tour England with that act. I'm gonna kick your ass for killing my lead singers. Oh crap, it comes back.
She just comboed my ass.
All right, let's try that again. Hey, how are you doing, little pilgrim? Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked. All right, man, keep it tight. What the? Oh, Lord! Holy shit, it killed little pilgrim! Skull Tyrant? I killed you like an hour ago! Speaking of getting killed, you killed little pilgrim, you bastard! They're never gonna find your body! No! Nobody will stop finding your body! Because I'm gonna cut you up into so many little pieces you'll be scattered all across Pharloom! I know people! I'm friends with a god killer! My dad was a god and my mom was a weaver! You wanna mess with me? I'll turn you inside out and wear you like a coat! You're the most boring ass fight I've ever had and I fought the DMV! You're a bastard! Is everyone, no. They're not okay. They're messed up. My wishboard. My bench. My friend.
This game sucks. Can I reset it? Oh, we're back. You good, shop lady? No, I am not buying anything from you. My friend just died. Yeah, still there. Hey, builder bug man. You doing okay? Nah, bro. Keep yourself safe. Leave the murdering and the yelling to me. Speaking of murdering, Little Pilgrim is dead. What I will say is that it is the marker of a good game when it can make you feel sad. Looking at this little pilgrim, the little guy who was always by the fire waiting for my return, I genuinely did feel kinda bummed. He was one of those constant presences in Bone Bottom, always having some new dialogue that made me feel like I really was checking in on a friend after coming back home from my dangerous travels. And then he got killed by a big skull-wearing bastard. Maybe I'm too emotional or too easily moved, but this actually did make me a little sad. Oh, are we having a funeral? That seems appropriate. Oh, damn it! Son of a bitch. Yep, so I missed the funeral, and I felt really bad about it because I wanted to be there. So I went on YouTube and found a clip of the funeral. It was really nice. I was gonna put it here so we could see it together, but I'm not sure about the legality or etiquette of that. It felt kind of weird to just screen record someone else's video, so I'm not gonna do that. Go watch it yourself after this video if you want. To avoid going back to the last judge, I go back into the wormways. Remember from earlier when I walked in and said I hated worms and left? Yeah, well, I realized these look nothing like worms, more like weird silverfish, honestly, and I'm good with that. Let's explore, baby. I took a dead bug's purse. I think that counts as robbery, not sure. For grave digging? Who knows? It's mine now. Chakra! Oh, shoot, sorry, didn't mean to stab you there. Also, damn, your master really went everywhere in this kingdom. Not a single place I've been, you haven't been tracking your master down. Well-traveled she is. What's the blue glow? It can't be. Oh my goodness, it is. Yes, it's lifeblood. Lifeblood was a not unimportant part of Hollow Knight, being found all over Hollow Nest and giving you extra masks when broken. And it was also the most intriguing part of the lore for me. Hints of a higher being connected to Lifeblood, Lifeblood having strange effects on bugs, all sorts of cool stuff. And now it's here, in Pharloom. I really like seeing parallels in the same things happening in both kingdoms. It really does make it feel like two kingdoms in the same world rather than just two kingdoms. Also, at the top of the wormways, I find Xylitol the Alchemist. Yes, his name does sound like a medication. I don't get to it in this playthrough, I do it after I beat the game, but interesting stuff happens with him, so I'm just gonna tell you what happens. Basically, his assistant plants lifeblood seeds and Xylitol wants to study it, but the lifeblood grows and consumes the entire wormways, transforming the creatures into weird lifeblood monsters. Xylitol becomes enamored with it and gets me to give him lifeblood hearts and essence until he starts to merge with the lifeblood. Eventually, he fully becomes one with the lifeblood vines, letting them burrow into his shell, and he goes comatose. I also killed his assistant, who went mad from the lifeblood. All in all, so much more stuff to do with the lifeblood than I ever could have hoped. Love that section, so very sorry I didn't do it in this playthrough. I did it after I completed the game and I didn't record all that. So play Silksong for yourself. There's a lot of stuff I didn't include for time's sake, and it's genuinely just a really good game. Also in the wormways, I find a mask shard. I found a couple others, but this was the fourth and final one I needed to complete my 6th mask. Finding mask shards and completing masks is how you gained more HP in this game, but everything in its mother did 2 masks of damage, so it didn't change a whole lot yet. Something's in this room, I just know it is. It can't just be by itself. Why would it be bells? This isn't in a bell section. Something's up here, I just know it is. Back in the deep docks, after some exploring, I found this mysterious door. It needed a key though, and I very much did not have one, so this will go unopened for now. I'm sure it's not important. But I've stalled long enough, so let's get back to fighting the last judge. I managed to progress to another phase in the fight where the last judge started using fire attacks, which was kinda sick. This entire fight was pretty challenging and a good deal of fun. I won't go on about it, just know that I got my ass kicked for around an hour, and I was having a good time the entire time. Also, I just want to show you how long it took me to get back to the boss from where I respawned. Yep, still going. Yeah, there's a guy I have to go around. Yep, bells. Little skip for you there. You learn stuff like that after 30 of these runbacks. More bells. 2 more bells. And we're here. That wasn't too bad. So,
Let's do this. But all titans fall, and all bosses beat it, and eventually, I won. Hey, I did it. That took a while, but I did it. I probably took like 3 times as long as I should have, but that's fine. Yeah, screw you. This is very likely the last step of our journey, so I'm a little nervous. Ah, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, ladies and gents, that was Silksong Act 1. Don't you worry, I'm working on the rest of it as we speak. But this video alone was a beast to make. I recorded the voiceover like 5 different times because I wasn't satisfied with it. And I did a good chunk of the latest recording at 4 AM. It's currently 4:48 AM. And I have 3 times the footage for the next video on Silksong, so it might take like 3 months. Hey, quality over quantity. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-ta! Wow, I sure am glad to be doing this totally normal Wow, I sure am glad to be doing. Wow, I sure am glad to do. Wow, I sure am glad to be doing this totally. Wow, I sure am glad to be doing this Wow, I sure am glad to be doing this totally normal trial room. That took way too long.